Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Adib Shahad from Void Space and now I'm going to share our project with you people. My other two teammates are Khalid Hassan and Yasir Ryan. You can see them on your screen. Our goal was to revolutionize the existing practice habit of students. Rather than using books and pencils, they can actually solve their questions in software built for them. Our goal is to provide updated questions. They will have freedom of their practice, what and how they want to practice, and we also want them to have freedom of choosing what time is necessary for them to solve the questions. It also helps to be prepared for competitive exams. In our proposal, we have said develop a self-study exam practice application that allows students to practice questions aligned with the curriculum, create a user-friendly interface that allows students to easily navigate between subjects and chapters and select the number of questions they want to practice, implement a time limit feature that allows students to set a specific time for the exam, provide students with the instant feedback on their performance including correct answers and scores. Enhance students' learning experience by providing a variety of MCQ questions. And we have done it all. In the next stage in the proposal, we have said all MCQ exams will be evaluated automatically. All exams will be generated with random question order and various combinations. Provide automatic exam archive for students of which question they have solved in past. Keep track of questions which student missed to answer or give wrong answer. Provide various visual graph and charts for ease of students progress tracking. We want to build something that gives students freedom on their practice. And we are sharing that we have done all that things. The key features of our program Solvish are user and multi-user support. It supports multiple users at a time. Hundreds of questions to solve from several subjects and chapters. We are mainly focusing on SSC and HSC now. Freedom of selecting any subject in any chapter in a single exam. Freedom of selecting the number of questions. Freedom of choosing the time of exam, preparing question set from exam totally randomly from the question bank, checking answer and correct answer, incorrect answer and skipped answers also, saving details of each exam to view later. Progress graph and accuracy meter, which we have not mentioned in our uh, proposal, but we have done it, showing history overview of all past exams. Every account is secured by password, and there is a feature update questions from online if data is lost or update is provided. If we update our question set or question bank, our application will download the updated questions from online server. So thanks for your patience. This was our presentation, and now let's jump to the project view. So here is our project that starts with the start form. Here are the codes, but we are not into codes at first. Let's check the project how it runs. So to check, we have to start the project, and if we start it, it will take a few moments to start, and it has been started. It's getting loaded, and now we see it's asking for username and password. We have said we have multi-user support, so that's why we can create accounts and give exam on various accounts. So first we have to sign up. To sign up, we have to give our full name. Let's say the full name is Kurimia. Username is Kurim. Password is 123456789. So here the passwords, the I button, if clicked the password is shown, and if I button is clicked again the password is hidden. The password must be more than 8 characters. So if we just write it in 123456 and again 123456, then it says, if we click create account, it says password must be more than 7 characters. So we have to make it at least 8 characters, so we write 789. And if we do not match the passwords, it will say password do not match. So here we have some exception handlings and error messages. So we have to match the password, and now when the passwords are matched, we can create our account. When the accounts have been created, we can now log into our account, and again we have to give the same password. So 1 to 9, and we have to log in. At first, it opens the dashboard, and the dashboard says hello Kurimia. That means you are greeted, you are welcomed in the application. Now Kurimia haven't gave any exams yet, that's why total correct answers are 0, total skipped answers are 0, and total wrong answers are also 0. And there are no progress graphs are showing because there is no exams in the history. So we can give our very first exam. We should take our time, let's say it's 10 minutes, and we should give from mechanics. From chemistry we select periodic table, and from ICT we select internet education. So we have selected 3 chapters, we can select more. From physics we can select work energy and power, and the number of chapters and which chapters I am going to give exam is showing here, so we can see that what we have selected. Now it is very much possible that we have done a wrong thing, and we have mistakenly selected a chapter that we don't want to attend an exam for. So for that we have a remove selection button that removed all the selections, and now I have to select again. So dynamics, or let's suppose we are selecting the same, so mechanics, we select the periodic table, and we select internet education. Now let's suppose the number of questions should be 10. So after 10 questions the exam will be terminated. So we clicked the start exam button. Now the first question is, what is the friction of cycle's wheel? And for this presentation we are not concerned about our right answers, we are concerned about giving the exam. So I am just putting my random answers, so we can skip questions, and then uh, 10 questions have been finished. So it says exam is finished, now hit the submit button. You cannot click any other buttons. If you click, it says exam is finished, hit the submit button. So now we can make submit button, and here we have corrected one answer, and our wrong answers are 8. That's very likely because I haven't read the questions at all, and there are 2 skipped questions. Now back to dashboard. Here are the statistics shown. If we go to our past exams, we can see the details of the exam. And now see particular exam details. We are going to see that if we select our exams name or exam time, if we click show, it will show our entire 10 questions which we have made correct answers and which we have made wrong answers. So we have skipped 2 questions. These are the 2 questions, and there are questions skipped in at the first, and then it is counted as what is we have corrected the question what is email, that is electronic mail we have maybe given, and that why that electronic mail we have given, that's why it got the correct answer. So we can clear the clear the board, and then we can select another, but there is no other exams to show. So back to we're going back to dashboard. Now we have seen the new exam and past exam. There is the statistic graph. Now I want to log out and show one of the previous accounts I have created to show you just show you that how progress graph works. So this account is mine. This says Adib Shakhwat. Hello Adib Shakhwat, and it says total correct answer is 224, total skipped answer is 39, total wrong answers are 120. This shows a progress graph that shows in percentage that how my progress is going. In the long run, we can see that I was good at the first, and then I was excellent at the second exam, and then I dropped, my accuracy dropped, and then it raised again, and then it dropped. It's just random data, random exams I have given in this application to show you the how progress graphs are working. Now if we click about Solvish, it will open a web page, and in that web page you will see that about Solvish is here, who made the Solvish and what are the objectives, everything is written here. So this is one of the features of including in the internet. And now we can log out and log into another exam, and totally abstracted from one user to another user is totally abstracted, and one cannot access others data, but we actually can see everything in our C drive what's happening behind. So let's go to our C drive, and we will see there will be a folder called Solvish, and this will be here after the installation of the application. After the first run of the application, it will be created automatically. After that, here will be the folders of the users. There will be several folders of the users and two text files. First we go to the username.txt file. So let me just close the terminate the application, because we are done with viewing the application. We will run it again if we need that. So now in this C drive we see there is username.txt. This username txt is saving the name of the user, password and usernames. So I have logged in with a and 1. I have made it because I have to log in so many times in the building process, and it was not easy to type the whole username and long passwords. So that's why I have modified it to just log in with a and 1. And then several accounts have been created to test the abstraction and the error handlings. That's why these are the accounts. You can see that the every account username here, like A, Abib, Korim, Rohim, Khalid, Navid, and Rakin, Shakhawat, every account's username have a folder. So what these folders do, if we go to the A folder or the main folder of A, you see there are several text files, and at the last there is a a.txt file. This a.txt file saves the time, then the total number of question, then correct answer, wrong answer, and skipped answers, this kind of data it is saving. And then when the application runs and someone logs in, there this text data has been read, and all the lists have been verified to the existence from this data. And then from this text file the times are selected, and we call the time.txt files from this folder, the A folder, to show the individual questions. If we select the 9:51 p.m. exam of 21st May 2023, then we will see that there are some questions, some right answer, wrong answer, and 4 options, and this kind of things here. So this will make the application say about the past exams detail view, what they have mistaken and what they have not. So now we have seen inside of our every folder. Now we can go to our very own Korim folder we have created, and then there is only one text that uh, holds the 10 questions we are we have been uh, solved in the last presentation. And the korim.txt file saves the last presentations, what are our right answer, wrong answer, points, and total number of questions. Then there is a text file called questions.txt. This question.txt contains question ID, question number, question statement, question options, and the correct option. So these questions are made by Yasir Ryan. He have done it alone. That this question is from the books of SSC and HSC books. And then the online part, if we run the application, we run the application again. and we wait for to log in. We are going to log in with a and 1. Now we are logged in. Now suppose that someone deleted the question.txt. The question.txt does not exist anymore. So how our application will handle it? Our application has a question reinitialize button. So if we click the reinitialize questions, if we connect it to the internet, it says downloaded questions, you are good to go now. So we click OK, and now let's see how it have done it. So all the questions are downloaded. Now, as our whole presentation of the project view have been over, let's talk about some codes. So we are starting with the start from, you are seeing the loading icon. So we are loading for exactly 3.5 seconds. That is the time to check all the text files, error handlings, and load the data to list in the application. So we have customly created that thing that progress bar value is less than 100 and timer tick, a timer that will allow us to delay the process of starting the application of 3.5 seconds. When the application is running, in the mean of 3.5 seconds, the questions is being read from the question IDs and the question.txt. There is a stream reader function. That stream reader function is calling the quest uh, paths, and the quest path is selected somewhere here. This quest path is folder directory plus question.txt, and folder directory c/solvish. It's created all the Windows applications, all the Windows directories have C drive, and that's why c/solvish would be more convenient to use. That's why we have used that. So it is reading the questions, and after reading the questions, it will read also the students, or read also the users, actually, to actually create the simulation of username and password of login page. So that's why it's reading from there. And after that, after all that readings, the question is loaded, the students are loaded, then the sign up form is being called, and the sign up or the login form is being called on the basis of the button clicking. After that, after the start form, there is the login form. So if we open the login form, we see this is our login form from the design. And in this login form, we are again we have these directories, because we have to read and write something data maybe. So we are in this try section, we are matching the username and password. The errors have been handled by the uh, catch error messages. And this this checker is checking about the username and passwords, how it is being made. And then in this try section, we are reading all the questions he have been answered in the past, and all the exams he have been answered in the past. That all text boxes, 30 to 40 text boxes, are exams we have seen in the A folder. All are been read here. So they are stored in the exam class. And this is the main functionality of the login form. After login form, someone maybe want to sign up, and before login, so we go to the sign up section, and create account button will just stream write the user's name. And if the directory does not exist, so student directory would be created, and this kind of functions have been written here. Then after all of this, the dashboard comes. So we go to the dashboard section, and here we have the progress graph, the pie chart, and total correct and wrong answers. This hello text is replaced by the name of the users. And about the reinitialize question part, we have used URI questions equal to new URI URL. That means we are using this URL to download the questions from. This is a web server, and in this server the text file is loaded there, and it will be downloaded when the application call this function. So there are error handled. Someone, if there is some problems, it will catch the error and application will be crashing. Then the other functions of the dashboard are written here. This is the pie chart, and sorry, this is the progress bar chart, and the pie chart is on the, sorry, this was the pie chart, and progress bar was the progress bar is this data line shows the progress bar, and this data line 3 data line shows the pie chart, and this makes the correct and wrong answer counts. So this is our dashboard. After dashboard, we want to go to our new exam form, where we select our exam time and chapters and number of question. In this exam form, we have a lots of validation. uh, what should be the what should be our timing, and what should be our questions lists. This kind of things are, and lots of error handling messages. Because one can type 70 minutes, 80 minutes, that is not a valid answer. One can give exam for 2 days suppose, and that is not a valid answer. They cannot write time or more than 24. So hour more than 24, we are not selecting the exams of so many days. And after all of that, if there is some error occur, we have a catch section. After that, we have some selected index change control handling. This control handling will select that which controls we have selected in the combo box or drop down boxes, and it will assign the chapter codes to the list, and this chapter code lists will be calling the randomized questions. After new exam, there will be exam form, and if we go to our exam form, this is our exam form. The questions statement will be here. This is the time section, and four options. Every option button do the same purpose. It calls some functions. It calls it first take the uh, takes the answers text, then it takes the string as a statement, then it checks if it is correct or not. The iscar function calls the iscar function is checking the statement with all the questions that we have in our exams array, current exam array. If correct, point count to 2 means it is correct answer. It increases the point value with 1 and correct answer by 1. Else point count 0, that means it is incorrect. And then if index is not equal to number of question minus 1, or that means count of number of question minus 1, then we are going to change the index and index plus plus. And if there is some problem, we say that exam is finished, hit the submit button. So this is option button 1, option button B, option button C, and option button D is work. All are the same work, just we change the C D here, because we need the buttons text. Rest are same. And then there are some functions called given set. That means what answer I am giving to this exam will be stated here. And then question, that means questions are being changed in the statement and the buttons. Then the iscar function, it checks the correct answer current from the current questions. This current question is called randomly from the utility class or from the static class. And then we have some labels that application.exist, or that means we want to close our application. After that exam form, we have detailed view and other things. We are not going to show that because in this presentation will be long, and we are going to show you some of our classes. So our first class was student class, because students are the right students are our users. So this is the add exam function. The students there is exam list inside the student, and if we uh, input an exam E, it will be here as add exam, and there are total right, total wrong points as a student. After that, there are subject class. In this subject class, there are a list of chapters, and we can add chapters to by calling the list, because the list is public actually, internal, and all the name or are in under the same namespace Solvish. After that, there is a question class. This question class is very important because it has to statement option 1 to 4, correct answer and given answer, what answer I am giving. This question class is have two constructors. One is with one is with just correct answer, and another is after correct answer there is a given answer. We have we are using this part in our given set function, and we have used this part when we upload that question to our application from the text file. So after the question class, there is exam class. In this exam class, total right answer count, wrong answer count, skip question count, point count, etc., time, etc., is being marked, checked. After that, there are we have seen the chapter class. There are utility classes. So our first utility class, utility 1 class or static class, has hour, minute and second, that is that refer to the exams. Inside that exams time, what we are giving in the exam form. And then there is student list, there is exam list of exam, student list, student array, and total correct, total wrong, total skip, total point. These are the data we need to show in our dashboard. They are loaded here. Now here is our generate random numbers, our main feature of our application, that generate random question order. So generate random number, we take count, mean and max, and we return an array of uniquely selected and previously not selected, uniquely selected random numbers of an array. And with that, we are going to provide the id numbers of the array, and we call the questions from this id. So there is a function is get quest, that finds the that takes the array and finds the question number list, and then it returns the questions array. Now these are some directories saved here to call from other places. And then we go to utility 2 class. In the utility 2 class, we are saving the right answer, wrong answer and skipped answers, the current position. We are saving utility class that the global point of view things, and in utility 2 we are using it to store the current students things, current students belongings. So current students exams, points, total answer, wrong answer, etc. Init quest means the question get initialized. That means utilities generate random numbers get initialized here. And then after that, we have some shuffle question orders. That means it was said to be selecting the physics question first, then chemistry and then ICT. But if we do the shuffling in randomly, that means that the questions array is now shuffled, and after there will be no, that it is not necessary to be the physics question to come first. It will be any question, it will come first. And then after all that, re-download check. This function checks the question exists or not. If the question does not exist, it downloads the questions. And utility form, the last class, it just holds some forms. The forms take so much data or on memory, that just that just increased memory by 50 or 60 megabytes per calling. So we load these forms once and then call these forms again and again. So this was our total project and the codes to be understand. If you have any questions, you can comment it down and directly approach to me about the application. I am giving you the Git link. You can download the application from there and run it on your PC. Thanks for everyone.